Alrighty, guys, what's up? So let's go over this gold trade. Um, a lot of people confused on this. I can totally understand why. It's definitely not something I came into the day necessarily like bullish, but that's why we go off of like invalidations or whatnot. And I really only knew that we're likely going to be bullish after 10. So if you took a trade before 10, I can kind of see it why, but I'm gonna tell you what to look for. Um, or what I like to see when trading away from reversals, really. So let's go on the high time first here. So it looks like we kind of have like an indecision candle this week. It could make sense because we're coming off of a low down here, right? Multiple weeks of expansion. So a weekly reversal candle could make sense for sure. You see that large wick over here as well, the large wick. So this like two stage at the high of the week, I mean, it's valid, right? It's for sure valid, but remember, two stage can be used for what? Retracements or reversals. So here's the two stage, and we come back into EQ the range. This is where we're likely gonna potentially see resistance if we're gonna continue. But I wouldn't come today bearish, or sorry, bullish. I wouldn't be bullish because we didn't really hit anything, right? To be bullish from. When I go to the 4 hour, we're like leaving these lows. So it's like I can't be bullish coming today, obviously. So there's a lot of different like opportunities today. Um, but this is a really important thing that gave me some confluence today is so bullishness confluences today were really this. One of them was this. The new week opening gap was just rejecting price. The week more so opened low first, as you can see, and we displaced higher. So we're kind of just coming back in the weekly range, cannot displace past the weekly open here. But it's also the wick size here on the daily candle for gold. It's very, very large. Right, so trying to short this with the wick is like pretty fucking large. It's kind of an issue. So if you long, like this can make sense too. So like potentially, it's not the most high probable thing ever, but if it'll fucking, okay, it won't rewind, whatever. There's a PSP here. So 1400 created PSP. You can see this bearish candle, bullish candle. Not really from anything too relevant. I think it might just be an SMT break. Yeah, it's just an SMT break, it looks like, here. They broke this SMT that was once right here, broke it, and then we print a bullish PSP. And if you're bearish, right, which I would probably be, right, then this would be like your invalidation point right here because there's already SMT right here. So this would be a two-stage SMT like this, essentially, okay? That's what that'd be. And this is what you'd want to see, like open, high, low, close. But like I said, that gold wick size is pretty large, so kind of conflicting there, but it could still be okay. You just want to short silver. But I'm just going to show you guys the opportunity for longs here. So you basically would be trading the protraction phase, so the open high to then go expand lower and then close for a bearish candle. I'll show you that opportunity here. This is what Splash, and I think UV took or something. So you guys can see that this would be that high that you want to see SMT with, your invalidation point. Here's the 4-hour PSP low. We create a gap, so this would be the universal sequence as we create an SMT fill with the 1800 low, like this. So now you technically have SMT at the current low of day right now. Okay. And this is also a strength switch, by the way, because this high already got taken. This high already got taken on silver, as you can see. Right, so that would be a strength switch SMT. And if you could drop the lower time frame, right, we have some nice decent signatures here. We're creating V-shape and gaps and stuff like that. So it's really nice. I would still take silver because it's closer to the high. See, it's closer to the high, like way, like look at these highs. Look at the proximity compared to gold, right? A lot further away. You see that? So I'd probably still want to trade silver, but if you trade gold, it's honestly not like the worst thing in the world. But you do want to TP when silver hits its high because remember that's creating a two-stage SMT. So there's that opportunity down there, but we can also see there's another opportunity, right? Again, just the universal sequence again. Here you have a bearish candle, and you know this is probably a continuation PSP because we're creating equal highs right here, We haven't hit the overall draw liquidity, and it's a PSP after a reversal, right? So we should just use this low to go higher. And this low on the other asset is obviously bullish and a gap, right? And again, though, I would still probably want to trade silver because it's still closer to the high. It's still way close to the high. So yes, gold is technically stronger, where it is putting in failure swings essentially, but silver is way closer. You guys see that was so much closer. So again, it doesn't matter too much, but you want to TP at least when gold gets there, right? So this is something you can take right here. As long as you get 2R to the high, you're pretty much good. So you get 2.5R, you're good. You just mark execute. You don't need to wait for a retest or anything like that. Yeah, so those are 2 opportunities at age session. So I'm really trying to tell you, like, there's so many opportunities. It's fucking insane. And here, guys, you do get a strength just PSP. Boom, strength just PSP here. So this would be like another opportunity potentially. Let me see the 4-hour wick. The 4-hour wick is, yeah, this would be good actually. The next candle is good to go. Good to go. So they're all starting to V-shape lower. V-shape, V-shape. It's like you could maybe take this as a positional entry like this. Like this potentially. But nothing after this. I'm going to tell you, like, this, at first it looks good, but after this it looks horrible. This deep retracement right here, look on gold. It's really ass. So look, it's just consolidating. So and we never received the high, so that's the only opportunity to get in, honestly. And I wouldn't be taking this either. This CSD right here, nope, don't take it. In my opinion, don't take this because of what gold looks like. It looks like consolidation. So yes, this price leave that consolidation. Yup, but I wouldn't trade it because it just looks like consolidation, right? So the only trade I would take is probably right here. Nothing else after that, because it just looks like consolidation. And you wouldn't know, obviously, if you're into the first CSD, you wouldn't know that, of course. But after you see it, there's nothing else. Like, look at this. This is not how reversals typically look, guys. But we ultimately retrace really deep back towards the range. So again, if you're bearish, I totally understand, right? Like, this is the current low of day right here. We're like edging these lows. Again, we're in that new week opening gap again. We're in that new week opening gap to the left. And wait, I went too fast. Hold on. Ends up creating a PSP. So at this point, gold right now is in a gap on the 4-hour. Again, no SMT with the gap itself. But then you get a PSP here. But I wouldn't trade this. I wouldn't trade this because of the equal lows down here. Right? So there's a lot of waiting you'd have to be going on here. So if you're bearish, here's the issue with this, guys. So boom, you get the SMT, right? Like this. There's no type of reversal just yet. Look over here. Does this look like a reversal to you? Fuck no. And you get this right here. This CSD right here, right? So this is a strength switch, technically, right here, as we have not taken out the previous hourly high. But over here, we did. But what are we doing? What are we leaving right now? Right above it is a hourly gap. And this is not the hourly gap fill, by the way. 7 o'clock is not the hourly gap fill. It's actually 5 o'clock, right? So it's a bit different, right? Where this is the SMT fill, like up here, technically, right? If it was with this one, it'd be a little bit different, right? So right now we're basically creating equal highs, which I do not like. I'm not really fucking with. So again, I would not be taking this right now because of these equal highs. Like, what is right above it? Literally an alley gap, like what? That's not really that clear. And like, what are you going to take here? Like, if you take silver, it's like, I mean, it's just so low in the range, right? If you take this, for example, I guess if you put your stop loss there, it's not really the greatest, maybe like 2R. But another thing here, guys, it's like kind of conflicting where this again, it doesn't really matter too much, but the wick size over here is really, really large. Remember that? It's like super, super large over here. And then gold is really, really large over here, but you could maybe trade silver if you wanted to, and until it breaks this low. But I was maybe assuming that, honestly, that we could create a new low of day, or maybe silver would take this low potentially. Um, and then gold would go higher, honestly, because gold was not looking like it was going to go lower, in my opinion. Like, we still had these equal highs up here. And again, I did not like the way we left these highs. Like, this to me does not look like a nice reversal. Like, look over here, dude. Look, it looks horrible. Look, it's just consolidation. Like, we're leaving a consolidation. What is that typically, guys? When you leave a consolidation, it's typically a retracement. And where would we cap off a retracement? EQ of the daily range in a key level. So you see how continuations, it's like weird, bro. It's weird because of that, but it's also just the signatures in price. Like, leaving this gap open is kind of wacky. Maybe there's an SMT fill. No. Oh, there actually is. There actually is one right here. So technically, like, you have it with right here. So this is maybe it's like the only thing maybe is at 9 o'clock, but I'm not on the charts at 9 o'clock. I get to charts like 9:30, right? Or 9:20 to trade indices typically. So if you took this, like maybe, but after this, there's nothing else, dude. I'm gonna show you why. Like, there is nothing else, bro. You do not want price to do this. Like, this should be the reversal to go lower. If I go to gold, I saw a ton of people trading this, which I don't understand. Right? This is a really avoidable one, guys. Like, really avoidable, because this is the ultimate high right here. Right? This is the high right here. Right? Because this is the strength switch high. So you don't want to see price do what? Make these super deep retracements back into that high. And when I look at the CSD, like look here, the CSD, go on silver and look what it looks like. This is the high we don't want price to go to. And it's like ceasing up, right? It's totally weird and shit, right? Now there's the SMT down here, right? It's just really awkward, dude. Just wait for 10. Like, literally, like, there's 40 minutes. Wait for 10. So I don't see any opportunities here, guys, after this one. Like, this is not something you trade. In my opinion, do not take this trade. And I know some people even wanted to short again when we created this SMT or some shit. Like when you created this one, but look at the wick size. It's really, really large. Just wait for 10 again. Just wait for 10, guys. But if you just go to the hourly chart, again, it's super conflicting. Super awkward. This is a two-stage down here. So I just wait for 10, bro. So here's 10. Let's do the easy thing and wait for 10. So boom, you get the two-stage down here. You technically still have, you could say, two-stage up here, but then you have two-stage down here. It's really awkward, right? But when I go to the 4-hour close, this is what I see, guys. Obviously, the strength is PSP to go break the overall SMT, right? So this has nothing to do with the higher time frame two-stage up here necessarily. Really, it has everything to do with most recent price action. Like, what is the day doing? So I know the day is expanding very largely. So again, it's not going to get down here likely. So continuation is probably more likely, especially when you get the strength switch. Even the high up here does not look like a reversal. We can see that, like, it does not look like a reversal. Like, that is not how reversals look, right? Looks very trashy in my opinion. And now we get the strength switch PSP, right? To go ahead and break the SMT. So I still can't trade directly after 10 though. Like, I'm being very conservative about this because of how it looks, right? It's not very clean still. It's not very clean. So all I'm really framing is an SMT break. That's it, right? Just via current price. So I'm being very conservative with the way I'm trading this is because of these equal lows. And that's why I'm not trading gold like right off the rip, right? Because a lot of people are asking, like, why do you trade gold? It's because of that. Like, even this reversal down here looks ass. Looks ass. So what do I have to wait for? Both assets to expand away from that strength switch. To me, this is simply not enough, in my opinion. Like, the first CC is not enough, dude. I like really wait for this, honestly. But when I see this, guys, at this point, it's getting pretty obvious. Like, this is what I mean. Like, after 10, it should be very obvious where we're going. Before 10, maybe not. There's a lot going on. It's very, very like, two-sided. Like, this is why I just like don't trade that shit. Like, it's just ass. But yeah, when we look here, this gap could, the stronger asset you could take maybe, but the RR is really bad. And at the time, I didn't know if we're gonna go to the previous high. I didn't know that because this is still a relevant level here. So I want 2R into this high at least, right? So I can't take gold. That's the thing. And also silver, I'm still waiting for a little bit more confirmation to this. And once I saw price really start to expand away from 10 a.m. So here's obviously 10 a.m.'s open. We create a key level above the 10 a.m. open. So once I see continuation away from that, I'm like, all right, well, obviously we're probably going to continue, right? So this is where I personally entered. I kind of got in a little bit late. You could have entered the first CC here, but I just got in from these gaps, right? As long as you get in and your stop loss is in a decent level and you can get 2R to your draw liquidity, that's all that matters. So you're going to see when gold hits this high. Boom, right when it hits a high there. Look where silver is. I know that silver is going to get there. So obviously I'm not going to just close my trade because gold hit the high. Like we don't just TP at SMTs, like every single SMT, unless it makes sense. But this does not make sense to me to TP there. I just go break even simply. And so I'm still in this trade, right? So when silver hits this high, when it's approaching it, look at gold. We're displacing through this high. And at this point, we're like really close to the previous high. And with the volatility, with the small wick and everything, there being a lot of time left in the day, I assume that we're not going to inside bar this type of day. Right? We're not going to inside bar. I think that we can take out the previous high with this volatility. So that's what I wait for. I just wait for gold. It's kind of greedy. I wait for gold to take out the high. And that's when I TP my trade personally here. So it's around like 5.5R or something. So I basically go from 5.5R. So I'm basically getting like an extra like 2R because this is like 3.2R. But yeah, so I'm basically getting an extra 2R by holding that. Kind of greedy, but there's some logic behind it. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Pretty hard trade, honestly. Like it's not clean. So it's not one of those textbook things where like you have to catch. You shouldn't be mad if you missed it, or like whatever. Even if you shorted, like again, it's not the worst short of all time, but you guys hopefully can see my thought process here now, right? Again, not an easy one to really understand, I would say. Probably an advanced one, but that's why I waited for 10 personally. But I want to show you guys some opportunities up in here as well, man. I just want to show you how many opportunities there really is in the market. You can see over here in New York session on RB, we have an SMT fill on the 4-hour chart. Right, the day opens low first, as you can see. The day opens low first. We're expanding. We're not manipulating highs, so potentially looking for continuations. And this 4-hour SMT fill is confirmed by a hourly PSP, but within this hourly candle, you get a strength shift before the hourly close. So you get it via 15-minute candle SMT. I just wasn't watching, but I just want to show you guys like the opportunity that we have and why it doesn't matter if you miss trades. Like you shouldn't be tripping about that. Obviously, this asset's not taking out any lows. You get a strength switch, right, like that, and you get a nice V shape. Nice V shape. So again, 4.8R to the most recent high, 4-hour ERL IRL intraday continuation. Like why do we care about why should we care about losing trades, missing trades? Like why shouldn't we be patient when trades can offer 3 to 8R or not 3 to 8, what the hell? 3 to 4R like on average, like you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't matter, guys. Like, you know, if you even go to today here, I mean, there's some decent opportunity as well, man. I'm just didn't really trade much after this, but I mean, it's always there, right? When we go here, we already took this low out, guys. We already took the low, failed to manipulate it. So what do we got? If we want to continue, what do we got? An hourly gap, bullish candle, when it should be bearish because it's weaker. All right, this is an SMT break, right? This should be an SMT, or we should expect this SMT to break because of how low in the range it is. See how low in the range it is, right? And this should be a bullish candle because it's obviously stronger, but now it's weaker. So this is strength stretch PSP. So we dropped down to lower time frame. What do we get? Right, V shape, right? Continuations. It's all there, right? It's all trades that we can capitalize on. So plenty of opportunities, guys. And what would that RR be? And you don't even gotta catch all of them. Like I don't catch all the trades, guys. I get plenty of RR per week. I'd probably take like this right here, honestly. Maybe. Wait, hold on. Where's the PSP closure? I think it's actually at 11. So actually, I don't know if you can catch this. You'd have to enter here, which is kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know. I maybe wouldn't even catch this, but maybe there's a earlier reversal or something. I don't think there is, guys. Maybe 30-minute stretches PSP. 11:30, 11:30, 11:30. Nah, I'm not really. Nah, you kind of would maybe miss this, Loki. I think you would miss this, unless you just mark actually red at 12, which is valid to do. But the 5-minute CC is here. I don't know. I'd probably wait for one of these gaps if I'm being totally honest. I'll probably wait for a gap fill or something. But to get my point, it's still a valid entry model and stuff like that printed and delivering. Yeah, you guys get my point. Like there's plenty of opportunities, so there's no need to trip about missing trades. There's just too many opportunities, right? You're gonna get stuff wrong. I get stuff wrong, dude. I get bias wrong all the time and stuff like that. It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. There's plenty of opportunities, and the RR, it all works itself out. Right? You don't need to win every trade, so I just want to let you guys know, like y'all shouldn't be tripping about losses. Like a ton of people tripping about this right here. Like if you took a loss, like dude, who gives a shit? Win can wipe out 3-4 losses. You know what I'm saying? So you guys shouldn't be too worried about this stuff. That's not what profitable traders do, right? They don't let losses affect them and whatnot. So yeah, hopefully you guys have a good weekend. Hopefully the videos I put out this week, you can study over the weekend and improve your trading. And we'll have a stream Sunday. I don't know what we're gonna do, but we'll do something. And yeah, catch you guys later. Y'all have a good weekend.